Thanks for joining us for another edition of Ask the Superintendent. Mr. Daniel Gallagher, our superintendent, here to answer the question that you, the community, has submitted to us. Mr. Gallagher, the question that I've received is, what is the status of the STEM program at each elementary campus? And for those of you who don't understand or don't know what STEM stands for, it's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, Mr. Gallagher, what's the answer?
Great question. I'm glad that someone from our community reached out with this question because it's very important to us as a district that we're offering STEM opportunities and STEM curriculum district-wide. So one of my goals, and of course our Board of Trustees, our goals are to provide great opportunities and great learning environments and opportunities for all of our students. And STEM is important because we all know the future jobs that are out there for our students when they graduate high school and graduate college. There will be a lot of jobs out there that are related to STEM. So the more that we can provide those opportunities for our students, especially at the elementary level, the better we're preparing them for the future. So for more specifics, I've asked Dr. Ashley Glover to join us. And Dr. Glover and I started having this discussion really a couple years ago about what we can do as a district to start expanding that curriculum across every campus. So kind of talk about where we are and what you're seeing, because I know you're visiting a lot of classrooms. So talk to me about where we are with our focus on STEM.
Absolutely. It's a question that I'm proud to answer. And I know that a lot of times we get questions about the logistics. How is the elementary, engineering is elementary going? How are the curriculum, the instructional materials? But I will tell you, the best part is when I'm out with the kids. I had an experience early on in the year with our first challenge where our students were working on their solar ovens. And I said, well, how is it going? Is it working well? What are your thoughts? And they stopped and they looked at me like, you're a little bit crazy. And I said, what? They said, it's raining. And I said, okay, that does make it a little bit more challenging. It does. And so I was able to come back and see. But also, most recently, toward the end of our second, fourth grade challenge, which we just wrapped up with circuits, and watching students go through the trial and error process of making a circuit work. What's the conductor? How does it work? How do we arrange it differently so that we can have a different experience? I know that early on when we talked about bringing in the STEM programming to all of our campuses, we had to look at logistics first, but the most exciting piece was definitely what the students are going to get to do. That's the best part, is that our students are getting to really experience those STEM opportunities. And so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year with the challenges as we grow from 4th and 5th grade into 2nd and 3rd grade and so on and so forth.
So can I ask a quick question?
Oh, of course, Mr. Gallagher.
Talk about challenges, because
Sure.
I know we talk about that and we know what that means internally, but for the parents and the community, what does that mean, a challenge?
Absolutely. So for our challenges, we are always going to be cross-curricular in what we do and looking at the engineering, looking at the reading. And so with the curriculum and instructional materials that we have, we always start with a book. And so, for example, if the book is about Anna the engineer and a problem that she has, a class is going to go through those challenges. The whole challenge begins there. They're going to listen to the book, they're going to internalize it, and maybe that engineer character in the book is having trouble building a circuit. And so then the students get to really have an authentic experience in that they are trying to build a circuit just like the character in the book. And so we allow for these challenges throughout the school year. It's exciting, and one builds upon the next. And so our students are able to really take it from words on a page to something they did at school that day.
That's awesome.
So a couple of things. What she's speaking of, the circuits, there's video out there on our social media page. This one was particularly from Chavez.
It was.
And somebody who's used to carrying a video camera around, and when you go into a classroom, kids are like drawn to the camera.
They are.
But what was amazing about that video is those kids, they were so engaged, they didn't even know you were filming them.
No.
Which was, I think that speaks to the level of engagement that these kids are experiencing with the STEM curriculum in the classroom.
They were. I had a couple look up and say, oh, hello, and turn into broadcasters right there for the STEM projects that they were working on. But it was the best experience. It really took it from an idea that you brought to us, Mr. Gallagher, and that we had visited with the Board of Trustees about, and it made it into something real. And I know I have children in the district who are getting to experience some of those things, and it's very meaningful.
And just so the community knows, this year we use that curriculum. We purchase
Yes.
curriculum
Mhm.
for 4th grade and 5th grade,
Correct.
and we will continue to move it down into the
will.
lower elementary grade levels throughout this process.
We will, and something that a lot of our students across each campus already have access to is going to be the makerspace opportunities, which is really a side-by-side. It's not exactly it's not the STEM curriculum, but it's an opportunity for students to take their creativity, to take what they're learning, and to really make something of their own just from certain materials, and they are able to really develop some creativity. And so we're really enjoying watching the expansion of our maker spaces across each elementary as well.
Very good.
So next year, talk about the next grade that we'll roll this into.
Yes, as we had started to discuss, 2nd and 3rd grade will begin doing their challenges as well. The teachers have done a great job embracing it, really making sure that it aligns with science, and it's something new, and it's also something they've done before, in that they can take things that they've learned in prior experiences and actions, and they can build it into something new and exciting with their STEM experiences. So we're really proud of it. I mean, it's something that we just are so excited to see come to life, and I hope that everyone does check out the videos that I was able to participate with our kids at Chavez. We have such smart kids. It's a
Well,
lot
and I
of fun.
appreciate your work on it, and excited to see where it goes from here. And again, it's about providing great opportunities for our kids, and really raising the bar and raising those expectations. So we appreciate the support of our teachers and the support of our
Absolutely.
community.
And thank you for the update. I think our community really appreciates that. And again, we're interested in hearing from you. If you've got a question that you want to ask the superintendent, use the form that will be kind of linked with this video as I post it and push it out on social media. Fill out your question, doesn't take very long, and Mr. Gallagher will answer it for you.
Merry Christmas and
Yes.
happy holidays to
Yeah.
everyone.
We'll see you.